Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, December 24th at 3:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 725 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Japanese spacecraft skiffs, asteroid chips like charcoal. Nearly 5 million people under intense thunderstorm threat for Christmas Eve. Trump pardoned a former K-9 police officer who was convicted for releasing her dog on an unarmed homeless man. Trump trolls White House press corps with 7:30 a.m. start on a day he has no public duties. Santa's grandchildren spread joy in Italian nursing homes. Trump full tweet suggesting Clinton should accept defeat with dignity returns to haunt him. Ex-Trump lawyer left out of pardons despite cooperating with authorities says system is broken. Kushner pardon revives loathsome tale of tax evasion, sex. A look at the 29 people Trump pardoned or gave commutations. Kamala Harris, where was Joe Biden's vice president raised? The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Tom Brady blessed to be playing in 300th regular season game, NFL.com. Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine causing more allergic reactions than expected, New York Post. Sterling nears 2020 peak as investors anticipate a Brexit breakthrough, CNBC. KFC reveals details for game console that warms chicken while users play, Fox Business. 2020's 20 most read stories on Ars Technica, Ars Technica. NASA probe snaps great conjunction photo of Jupiter and Saturn from the moon, Space.com. Alibaba stock set to open in bear market territory after antitrust probe launched, MarketWatch. Yet another new COVID-19 variant seems to have developed, this one in Nigeria, CBS News. What you need to know about coronavirus on Thursday, December 24th, CNN. Cyberpunk 2077 fixes safe corruption issue, rock paper shotgun. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Sharon Osbourne's homecoming photo after COVID-19 is endearingly goofy. Trump threatens COVID relief bill, tests Republicans' loyalty. An NBA game is already cancelled for COVID-19 and a star is a big reason why. Trevor Noah savagely recounts loser-in-chief Trump's election denial bids. What is Christmas without movie theaters? The peculiar case of Jewish Christmas movies. 15 golden pieces of advice people got from their therapists this year. You're a keen one, Mr. Grinch. Geraldo Rivera lambastes Trump for going on holiday while stimulus bill is in limbo. Chrissy Teigen writes openly about her body after pregnancy loss. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 17-year-old graduates from University of Houston. Man faces charges over alleged dog truck event. Dog back with owner 8 years after being stolen. Woman finds COVID-19 test in Kohl's package. Backyard ice rinks gain popularity amid COVID. Man uses litter box to combat porch pirates. Columbus Zoo welcomes third giraffe calf born this year. Laid-off teacher wins $250K in lottery. Park transformation becomes reality. Griswold House brings Christmas vacation to life. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Leslie West, Mississippi Queen rocker, is dead at 75. Shinzo Abe aide faces fine over campaign finance allegations. When does herd immunity kick in for the virus? Charm City Kings, Baby Teeth and other hidden streaming gems. A conversation with Joe Biden. The life of Angela Chattelzone McCarthy, a modern-day warrior for the Kiowa tribe. 24 hours inside a Brooklyn hospital, an update. 5 small businesses that thrive during the pandemic. China opens antitrust investigation into Alibaba. Why virtual religious services aren't enough. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Washington's Dwayne Haskins apologizes over mask controversy, I need to step up to the plate. Kings last-second heroic speed nuggets and overtime thriller. Coastal Carolina's incoming president rails against unfairness in college football after playoff snub, report. Steelers' Ben Roethlisberger on criticism, when you play like poo, you should get talked about like that. Neptune's mysterious dark spot has reversed course and experts are baffled. Midwest sees powerful snowstorm, extreme cold ahead of Christmas Day. Greg Laurie, this Christmas, in a year full of despair, we need to hold fast to this truth. Hookup shooting suspect manhunt, $15 G in rewards offered. Pope Francis Instagram account appears to like another racy pic. Christmas 1918, how Americans celebrated the holiday season during the last pandemic. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, December 24th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Secret Santa's caught red-handed in Northern California, neighbors welcome mysterious visitors. Woman says she found used COVID-19 test swab in package from Kohl's. New video shows COVID-19 patients lined up in California hospital hallways as surge continues. 23 rescued in explosion at Baltimore gas and electric office building, 9 critically injured. Stimulus package update, $2,000 checks coming soon, Democrats rush to increase payment after Trump demands more for Americans. Steelers need to find run game, take some shots to beat Colts in crucial Week 16 matchup, says CBS Charles Davis. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. 10 sperm whales wash up on beach in East Yorkshire as Coast Guard and rescue teams are called. Furious energy giant Ian takes 1.5 million customers January direct debits up to 2 weeks early. Scotland First Minister Nicola Sturgeon escapes fine for mask plunder. The world will suffer cataclysms and disasters in 2021 according to blind Balkan mystic Baba Vanga. Kate Blanchett forced to halt plans to renovate her haunted 5M mansion after rare bats discovered. Why hasn't Curry's PC World given me a refund for faulty MacBook Pro? Weapons, U.S. military supergun fires an artillery shell more than 43 miles. Surgeon who was convicted of assault for branding his initials on livers avoids being struck off. Sunbathers get a soaking when huge wave engulfs the bow of their $306K yacht off Miami. So what did we manage to agree with the EU? The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News feed. Boat capsizes between Uganda and Congo, killing more than 30. AP photos, a day with an Indian farmer who opposes new laws. Niger votes Sunday on path to first democratic power transfer. Thailand confident coronavirus outbreak is controllable. China launches antitrust investigation into Alibaba, its most successful internet company. The pandemic dealt a blow to global trade and revived an old dream, self-reliance. After months of isolation, a hug room lets Italian nursing home residents touch family for the first time. Assassin silence another voice of Afghan democracy in Kabul killing. Scenes of Santa spreading cheer in a year that gave the world a lump of coal. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Brexit deal, Boris Johnson poised to announce UK and EU have reached trade agreement, live. Pound and FTSE 250 rallies as markets await Brexit trade deal, Business Live. Trump pardons debase the presidency further, and he can and will go lower. Lloyd Green. Pakistan court orders release of man charged over Daniel Pearl murder. The most notable U.S. athletes of 2020, No. 6, Maya Moore. Voting is a celebration, the group's mobilizing voters ahead of Georgia's runoffs. Millions go hungry as America reels from pandemic's effects. Even slow-moving boats likely to kill endangered right whales in a collision, study finds. Tunisia minister sacked and arrested in scandal over illegal waste from Italy. Nature Photographer of the Year 2020, the winners. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Kushner pardon revives loathsome tale of tax evasion. Where COVID-19 spreads most easily, according to experts. UK, EU on cusp of striking Brexit trade deal at last. Parents convicted in 2009 balloon boy hoax pardoned. Slaying victims in Mississippi included 90-year-old woman. Violent crash kills 5, splits vehicle in half in Yonkers. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Portugal outrage after Spanish hunters massacre 500 wild animals. Karima Baloch, activist's family mourns a mountain of courage. Balloon boy hoax parents pardoned in Colorado. Brexit, Boris Johnson set to unveil trade deal with EU. The 101-year-old veteran with thousands of Christmas cards. California man kills fellow COVID patient with oxygen tank. Trump pardons Paul Manafort, Roger Stone and Charles Kushner. Chrissy Teigen sad she will never be pregnant again. India farmer protests, how rural incomes have struggled to keep up. Coronavirus mutes Christmas celebrations in Bethlehem. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. He was shooting at his friend at a gun range for no apparent reason. Then, a stranger shot and killed him. The day in pictures. Coronavirus updates. CDC says up to 420,000 deaths by mid-January. California first state to 2M cases. Vaccines given slower than expected. On this day, December 25, 1952. On this day, December 24, 1955. Christmas Eve is Dr. Fauci's 80th birthday. Here's how he's celebrating during the COVID pandemic. Showbiz minute, tenant, royals, penguins. How to persuade someone to take the COVID vaccine. COVID-19 financial crisis could see 40 million Americans evicted in 2021. Columbus officer who fatally shot unarmed black man has history of excessive force, misconduct. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. On United Airlines Flight 2 lakhs, he gave CPR to man dying of COVID-19. Column, black women lost a Senate seat, but got a Secretary of State. That's not good enough. Defying the pandemic, Latinos missing loved ones travel to their homelands for the holiday. Inland Empire becomes a coronavirus hot zone even as its leaders battle safety restrictions. Virtual volunteers, Californians work to elect Georgia senators. California working on who will be next in line for the coronavirus vaccine. Dead baby found in Koreatown alley. Column, while crowds are out shopping, at LA's hospitals, it feels like we're drowning. Praying COVID-19 patient, 82, is bludgeoned to death at Lancaster Hospital. Power shutoffs at Southern California amid red flag warnings. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, December 24th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Royal Caribbean Cruises is attempting to stop some victims of the White Island volcano disaster from suing in the United States by filing a proceeding against them in the Australian federal court. Shell oil site seized by Nigerian state over unpaid damages. More than 80% of municipal junior high schools in Fukuoka, Japan have rules on the color of students' underwear, and a majority also exercises rules pertaining to hair and eyebrows. It has emerged from the results of an investigation conducted by the Fukuoka Bar Association released on December 22. China to suspend UK flights indefinitely. Foreign Ministry. New British COVID-19 strain appears more transmissible in young people and children, says WHO. China to suspend direct flights to and from the United Kingdom. Iran foreign minister dismisses Trump's tweet that Tehran behind attack on U.S. embassy in Baghdad. Putting your own citizens at risk abroad won't divert attention from catastrophic failures at home, he said. Masks block 99.9% of large COVID-linked droplets. Study. Italy becomes first European country to surpass 70,000 deaths. China targets Jack Ma, the liberal empire in monopoly probe. Australian rider detained in China sends defiant Christmas message. Devastating fires engulf Brazilian Pantanal wetlands, again. While New Zealand is COVID-free, Taiwan just tested the first local COVID-positive patient transmitted by a New Zealander pilot returned from the U.S., ending the world's longest COVID-free streak of 8 months. Iran's president compares Trump to Hang Saddam, predicts U.S. president may meet same fate. COVID-19 antibodies last for more than 6 months according to a study by the Finnish health authority THL. The next headlines are from Forbes. How did COVID-19 affect tennis in 2020? Q&A with Mark Leslie and Worcester of Universal Tennis. Baseball Hall of Fame voters face tough choices with 1 week left. California has recorded 2 million COVID-19 cases, putting it ahead of all but 7 countries. Forbes Retail Awards 2020, toilet paper takes the prize. Overreacting to New Orleans Pelicans' first win of Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Stan Van Gundy era. Here's how Super League can improve in 2021. The UK and EU are finally on the verge of a Brexit trade deal. Here's what to watch for. Hong Kong's Wu family wins premium residential site for $1.5 billion. 100 years on, Dick Curladies highlights unfulfilled potential of women's soccer. Did a comms blackout lead Mauritius oil spill ship to search for emergency phone signal? The next headlines are from Nature.com. Superconducting qubit to optical photon transduction. Mastering Atari, Go, chess and Shaji by planning with a learned model. A genetic history of the pre-contact Caribbean. Astrocytes phagocytose adult hippocampal synapses for circuit homeostasis. Boundary-anchored neural mechanisms of location encoding for self and others. ICE inhibitors kill gram-negative bacteria and mobilize immune clearance. Pairing of segmentation clock genes drives robust pattern formation. Plasmonic topological quasi-particle on the nanometer and femtosecond scales. Nociceptive nerves regulate hematopoietic stem cell mobilization. Chromathripsis drives the evolution of gene amplification in cancer. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,674,845,944 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Warner Media expected to shutter Hong Kong theatrical unit. Mank, Miami and other rising cinematographers talk inspirations. Netflix gives second season to Japan thriller Alice in Borderland. Real collaborations, artistic partnerships in Wolfwalkers, Minari. India consolidate film units under National Film Development Corporation umbrella. My Octopus Teacher Review, an 8-legged freak becomes a friend in Netflix's gorgeous hit nature doc. Chinese producer of Netflix's The Three-Body Problem is poisoned in suspected murder attempt. Migrants wins Best Short Prize at ViewFest 2020. China hits a lip with anti-monopoly probe. Meryl Streep calls a bucolic Thousand Oaks estate home and it's complicated. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. It's so much worse than before, dread and despair want nurses inside LA's intensive care units. Putin promotes homegrown COVID-19 vaccine, but most Russians are skeptical. Coronavirus is surging, how severe is your state's outbreak? Coronavirus world map, tracking the spread of the outbreak. COVID-19 relief bill could stave off historic wave of evictions. Chinese regulators open investigation into e-commerce giant Alibaba. In rural America, fears about the future abound as fewer students go to college. Filmmaker details investigation that identified alleged PAM and Flight 103 bombmaker. Star hosts ties Cloud NY Times effort to restore trust after podcast scandal. The tragedy of St. Joe's. The following headlines are from The Week. The Daily Business Briefing, December 24, 2020. 10 things you need to know today, December 24, 2020. America's corrosive obsession with scarcity. Our pandemic half-lives. The greatness of a Charlie Brown Christmas. Wonder Woman 1984 is shockingly regressive. 7 cartoons about America's COVID Christmas. The Week contest, feather food. House GOP leader McCarthy reportedly nixes Pelosi's attempt to pass $2,000 payments by unanimous consent. Trump vetoes defense spending bill. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. The year newspaper unions roared back to life in Texas. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Art and the Elegant Universe. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A very interesting radio signal was just detected coming from Proxima Centauri. If a planet has a lot of methane in its atmosphere, life is the most likely cause. A proposal for a neutrino detection array spanning 200,000 square kilometers. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, December 24th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Why are the stars so bright tonight? Famous Earthrise photo taken on Christmas Eve. Watch a Saturn moon ballet. Bull's Head, the Hyades star cluster. Was this mystery radio signal really from Proxima Centauri? Space weather in Proxima's vicinity dims hopes of habitable worlds. The next news is from Politico. EU officials prepare for Brexit deal as talks head into Thursday. Census armies pivot to vaccine outreach with minorities. Birthday of the day, Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Trump pardons Manafort, Stone, father of Jared Kushner. California conservatives rebuke Trump pardon of Duncan Hunter. New cracks emerge among Democrats over Biden's Pentagon pick. Lockdown California runs out of reasons for surprising surge. Trump leans on QAnon figures in flailing effort to overturn election. CDC, more than 1 million Americans got COVID shots. Yang files for mail campaign account. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Christmas Super Quiz, Friday, December 25th. As the day unfolded, Northern Beach's COVID-19 cluster grows by 9 local cases in NSW after a record 60,000 tests. How Brisbane celebrated Christmas through the years. Japan's rising COVID crisis means May will miss mum for Christmas. Brisbane couple to be released from home quarantine in time for Christmas. Quarantined luxury super yacht disputes QLD cooperation claims. Christmas drives warning mall shoppers to ignore advice on virus. Sixers BBL win would be less special without home grounds, Sandu. Dust or bust, Eric Bana and company risk all to film Jane Harper's The Dry. WA's health system crisis continues to spiral, leaving patients waiting for ambulances. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Futures movers, oil prices slide as traders focus on U.S. fiscal package and Christmas Eve trade. Outside the box, my 84-year-old mother forgot to pay her taxes and has some questionable credit card charges. Should I be worried? Howard Gold's no-nonsense investing. Howard Gold, I called it right on Warren Buffett, U.S. stocks and more over the past 10 years. IPO report, Poshmark IPO, 5 things to know about the online marketplace before it goes public. Market snapshot, Dow futures edge up in holiday-shortened Christmas Eve trade. Here's what we know so far about the new strain of COVID-19. A word from the experts, Dr. James Hildreth, here's how to instill vaccine confidence among people of color. The Tell, Santa Claus rally starts today, why few 7-session stretches are better for the stock market. Need to know, virus, vaccine, volatility, this strategist says 2021 will be the year of the V, and here's how to play it. 7 ways to make year-end charitable donations supporting racial equity. If there was ever a time to give generously, it's now. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Exhaustion of patent rights, will New Zealand follow suit, Lexology. Cloud computing, a brief overview of intellectual property issues in the cloud, JD Supra. Europe's top 5, non-patent, IP developments of 2020, IPWatchdog.com. Form 8K Biohaven Pharmaceutical 4, December 23rd Street Insider.com. Father-son alumni beat the sound of silence, UMass Lowell. The Canadian father of radio broadcasting Welland Tribune Ka. Who should own your China IP, intellectual property, China, Mondac News alerts. Making the world safer for Washington innovators, Felons News. Legal alert, the law on intellectual property has become applicable, intellectual property, Mongolia, Mondac News alerts. Imposing punitive damages in case of breach of trademark and design rights, intellectual property, South Korea, Mondac News alerts. The next headlines are from Quartz. Why did Bitcoin's price surge more than 200% this year? Did you know any of these terms before COVID-19? Roblox is getting kids' attention. Next stop, investors. Stripe wants to be a $100 billion one-stop shop for small business. Why have AI models become so power-hungry? Our familiar habits and rituals changed in 2020, hopefully forever. The U.S. markets where office rents are growing fastest. 2020 is the year when the public learned how vital design is for survival. How many Pfizer and Moderna vaccines did the U.S. buy and when will they arrive? Black-footed ferrets are getting their own COVID-19 vaccine. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Esports milestone, esports becomes a medal event at the Asian Games. Content moderation case study, using copyright to take down a transformative criticism video, 2019. Apparently Trump refuses to allow the government to do anything at all until the open internet is destroyed. A major wireless network flaw is still being exploited to track user locations. UK spy agency fails in attempt to bury records of its criminal activity. Daily Deal, Ultimate Cybersecurity and IT Training Bundle. Once again, Section 230's authors feel the need to tell everyone that Section 230 is not the evil you think it is. AT&T is sad because nobody wants to overpay for DirecTV. Alibaba says it's not going after Uyghurs, at least not yet. The mystery of the copyright on Sherlock Holmes' emotions goes unsolved due to settlement. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Dallas Mavericks. Santa Tracker. Hawks vs. Bulls. Rush Limbaugh. LaMelo Ball. Paul Manafort. Sixers. Merry Christmas. Celtics. Dolly Parton. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Good news for vaccines, COVID-19 immunity lasts for at least 8 months, Australian researchers say. Gearing up for a very cold war, Russia reopens Soviet-era lab to develop weapons for icy Arctic conflict. Israel to enter third national lockdown for at least 2 weeks as COVID-19 infection surge. France gives green light to Pfizer's COVID-19 jab with vaccinations due to start on Sunday. Tests and cargoes, China suspends timber imports from 2 more Australian states. Half of Russians believe alleged Navalny poisoning was faked or carried out by Western intelligence, only 15% blame Kremlin, poll. Coronavirus hit Russian figure skating championship kicks off with questions over recovering stars. Gliding around the world in your own solar-powered airship, Kaiser report explores the future of air travel. My whole life has been about proving myself, Jordan Larsson on Spartak, Sweden and stepping out of Father Henrik's shadow, video. Labour MP accused of terrorizing children with bizarre Christmas letter detailing Santa extensive COVID precautions. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Fed's new paradigm adds helium to the stock bubble. Futures flat in quiet, holiday shortened session. WHO deletes naturally acquired immunity from its website. Turkey hikes by 200 bits per second, more than expected. Pound leaks his hopes for Brexit deal before Christmas Eve dinner wane. President Trump has granted clemency less than every president in modern history bar one. Back to square one, GOP to block Pelosi bid for $2,000 checks, will offer CR separating state from foreign aid. Stimulus payment set stage for the revolution sedation. Trump pardons Paul Manafort, Roger Stone, Charles Kushner. British government contracts firms to make COVID freedom passports. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Thousands of refugees without shelter after Bosnia camp burns. Are vaccines safe? Dr. Khan explains. At least 20 migrants drown after boat sinks off Tunisia. Singapore confirmed first case of new COVID variant found in UK. In pictures, the Brexit saga. Trapped, the American women and girls forced into marriage. What do we know about the new coronavirus strain? Hundreds of Nigerian schoolboys freed, says state governor. Qatar reports airspace violation by Bahraini fighter jets to UN. How UAE tried to sabotage Qatar's economy amid the GCC crisis. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Migrants look to Joe Biden to end Trump's anti-fraud initiative at border. NBA ratings go up after social justice messaging comes down. Olivia Mundon's Camilla Day sweatshirt, deck the halls with smart strong women. Joe Biden to get aid for foreigners, settles for $600 checks for Americans. Donald Trump pardons 16 people including Charlie Kushner, Paul Manafort, Roger Stone. ATF reverses course, withdraws guidance on AR pistol reclassification. Bolton, Trump embarrassed GOP with coronavirus stimulus stunt, he was never fit for presidency. Fashion notes, Melania Trump is sleek in slick black leather Louboutin boots. Watch, we support Karl Marx not Biden, say armed Michigan protesters. OKC Houston game postponed, Harden out after COVID violation. The next headlines are from UPI News. Man wins nearly $19,000 from lottery ticket selected by clerk. Watch, man swims 662 feet underwater on only one breath. Customer leaves $2,020 tip at Florida restaurant. Magnet fisherman pulls 19 grenades out of British River. Passenger flight in Nepal lands in wrong city. Watch, ring found on Australian beach 13 years after being lost in ocean. Look, firefighters rescue dog from frigid river in Massachusetts. Watch, baby elephant struck by motorcycle revived with CPR. The next headlines are from Audi, Strange and Bizarre Things. 5 actually terrifying books if you're sick of holiday spirit. 5 of the weirdest, strangest hacks of all time. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. A security guard cycled for an hour to return woman's lost wallet, now the community's buying him a car. Ex-wife of Amazon CEO has given away $4 billion in last 4 months to help those affected by the pandemic. Watch the serendipitous moment a dog runs into her puppy brother in a park, even though he lives 500 miles away. New Zealand buys enough COVID vaccine for its Pacific Islander neighbors. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, December 24th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Anti-diarrhea drug drives cancer cells to cell death. Delta passengers facing charges for exiting via emergency slide. Parents convicted in 2009 balloon boy hoax pardoned. KFC made a bucket-shaped gaming PC that warms chicken. Seals are making Star Wars noises at each other underwater, and we have no idea why. Man pulls 19 hand grenades out of river while magnet fishing. Son shoots family dogs, then he and his dad kill each other, Alabama police say. Microplastics revealed in the placentas of unborn babies. Mission: Impossible crew members who quit offered jobs by porn company. Elon Musk claims he tried selling Tesla to Apple but Tim Cook wasn't interested. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Are you a happy developer? Depends on where you live. All I Want for Christmas is a length-based search option on Netflix. Lucid Motors Studios, a car buying experience unlike any other. How breaking down a medicine to its atomic parts can help fight counterfeits. Watch, this AI is playing an infinite bass solo on YouTube. Brussels to give under 25s free public transport from next year. Being a Microsoft Azure cloud expert can get you hired now, and these certifications can help. Why Airbnb's incredibly successful IPO was a maverick move. I went from software development to HR and back. Here's what I learned. The Apple Watch is in full control of my pathetic life. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Covering faces around kids won't mask emotions. New drug inhibits the growth of cancer cells. Capturing 40 years of climate change for an endangered Montana prairie. Evidence for a massive paleo-tsunami at ancient Eldor. New class of antibiotics active against a wide range of bacteria. How our brains track where we and others go. Ancient DNA retells story of Caribbean's first people, with a few plot twists. Disposable surgical masks best for being heard clearly when speaking, study finds. Perfect transmission through barrier using sound. Conifers can be green because of a photosynthetic shortcut. The next headlines are from Information Week. Why Credit Karma crafted a tool to automate its DevOps cycle. 2021, a year of IT career opportunity. Enterprise IT leaders face two paths to AI. Balancing business resilience in the wake of COVID-19. IT's pandemic year, lessons learned for the year ahead. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, December 24th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Letter, campaigns cost too much money. Letter, predictably cruel to Salt Lake City teachers. Letter, unite American by meeting our needs. Woman dies after apparently being shot in Springville. Raymond A. Holt, there is no evidence of election fraud. Utah is nudging hesitant nursing home employees to get the coronavirus vaccine. Letter, the stigma around socialism. Letter, school board made the right decision. The triple team, Jazz limit Damian Lillard to just 9 points in blowout win over Blazers. Utah Jazz strive for more 3S, improved defense in season opening 120-100 win over Portland. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. ExamSoft flags 1/3 of California bar exam test takers for cheating. KFC launches 4K, 240 FPS gaming console with a built-in chicken warmer. Photographer captures International Space Station passing between Jupiter and Saturn. Nuro becomes first company to receive commercial autonomous vehicle permit from California DMV. Amazon to face U.S. union push in year ahead. Nintendo conducted invasive surveillance operation against homebrew hacker. Twitter will make Joe Biden's Patus account start with 0 followers. China wants hefty fines for viral video creators who binge food and drinks. Russia lawmakers pass bills that could block social media sites. Nearly 500 million users played Among Us in November. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Car crashes into city GEAR building Thursday morning. Watch, track Santa using Nord's tracker as he flies around the world Christmas Eve. Expect a chilly Christmas Eve. St. Louis Metropolitan Pandemic Task Force incident commander to perform vaccinations today. Illinois State Police start an initiative against violent crime. Last shopping day before Christmas draws shoppers to Main Street in St. Charles. Judge denies temporary restraining orders after 2 St. Charles County bars sue over restrictions. St. Louis Airport could see its busiest day this weekend. 3-year-old suffers stroke from COVID-19. Doctors, family call recovery best Christmas present ever. Which major stores, restaurant chains are open on Christmas Day? These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Creek Fire, evacuations ordered for 7,000 residents in Fallbrook. Paying with a post-it, restaurant finds unique way to help those in need. Truck crashes into tree, traps woman. Church with history of outbreaks holds indoor Christmas services. Forced female command of aircraft carrier assigned to San Diego ship. Some areas see dip in last-minute holiday shoppers amid pandemic. Appeals court extends stay order blocking restaurants from reopening. Fire displaces residents, spreads to vegetation near home. SDG&E cuts power 2000s during Santa Ana winds. President Trump pardons wife of former Rep Duncan Hunter. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. China reportedly demanded that big Chinese tech companies like Alibaba and Tencent process stolen U.S. data for the nation's top spies. Look for a 10-15% correction in spy stock in early 2021. The working group structures $50 million stalking horse license for intellectual property developed by Blackbird, preserves public use, auctions domains. Your guide to buying a running watch. Nest X Yale Lux disconnected W faulty update 925 Google. Loudoun County Crime Report. Chrome will uninstall web apps through the Windows menu 925 Google. Spy, stock market duel, stimulus versus virus mutation stocknews.com. Noom versus Weight Watchers, question more compared. Is it legal to monitor your spouse's phone? Canyon News. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. French Army Scorpion program reaches 128th Griffin combat vehicle milestone. Sky Eaton develops light surveillance drone capable of 24-hour flight. General Electric gets $220 MIG contract for F-414 engines in support of F-A-18 production. U.S. Air Force uses cutting-edge SAR mapping technology in bomb hit assessment. U.S. Army will use AI to develop chemical biological defense systems. 13th Japanese C-2 transport aircraft undertakes maiden flight. Japanese Air Force jets scramble to intercept Russian and Chinese bombers. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Will China and the EU clinch an investment deal soon? Ride-hailing giant Didi wants to create the next Alipay. An emperor reveals his guts. Empathy, China, and the future, a SupChina year in review. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, December 24th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Long lockdown, this is what will determine Bay Area's timeline. Tracks Santa Claus on Christmas Eve with Nord. How the proposed stimulus deal would impact Bay Area families. San Francisco proposes $1.9 million relief package to help Chinatown businesses. Expert compares Bay Area, LA County COVID-19 surges. People still traveling for the holidays despite health orders. Missing janitors found in Dublin school library, one dead. Therapy dogs assist nursing home residents amid COVID-19. Video, snake hiding in kid's room captured. Food banks overrun, effects of federal funding cuts on hunger. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Believe Project, $100 to end recovering from surgery. Osteria Bigalero owner tries out his sandwich ideas at new sister eatery in St. Charles. How suburban senior living centers keep up the holiday spirit with no visitors allowed. Constable, pandemic cannot take bite out of Mount Prospect cookie tradition. Joliet police shoot and kill Naperville man. Trump pardons Paul Manafort, Jared Kushner's father, others. Pedestrian in critical condition after Aurora crash. Aurora deaths believed to be murder-suicide. Suit filed against Bannockburn doctor accused of sexually assaulting co-worker. Pritzker, more than 100,000 healthcare workers have gotten vaccines so far. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle's Cal Anderson Park officially reopens to the public following encampment sweep. Blue Angels to return to Seattle's Seafair in summer 2021. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, December 24th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in the news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Memorial Hermann moves to second phase in COVID-19 vaccination process. President Trump issues second wave of pardons including Manafort, Stone. High winds start off a chilly Christmas Eve. Stimulus update, Trump threatens COVID-19 relief package, demands $2,000 checks. Santa Claus not letting COVID-19 get in the way of Christmas. NORAD Santa tracker hive, see where all St. Nick is now. Woman finds husband shot to death outside North Houston apartment on Christmas Eve. Houston mom wishes she could have done more for daughter killed in murder-suicide. Secure those Christmas decorations, gusty winds expected tonight and tomorrow. 4-year-old vanishes from downtown Houston bus station. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. We are struggling, a bleak Christmas for America's jobless. Asia Today, Sri Lanka locks down 3 towns as spread persists. Coronavirus dampens Christmas joy in Bethlehem and elsewhere. France's Macron leaving isolation after week with the virus. Africa CDC, new virus variant appears to emerge in Nigeria. Court orders release of man charged in Daniel Pearl killing. Worried Morocco bans parties to stem holiday virus spread. Russian YouTuber explores wild hot springs in Antau. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, these people blew up their lives for love. Andrew Yang edges closer to mayoral run, opening fundraising committee. Coronavirus updates, EMT start getting vaccinated as 12th FDNY member dies. Then and now, recreating old photos of Manhattan. Federal court takes rare step of appointing Audrey Strauss U.S. Attorney for Southern District of New York. Pretty desperate New Yorkers are rushing to get COVID tests before Christmas. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. NY scrambles to ensure COVID vaccine rollout doesn't leave behind black and brown communities. An 1821st edition of Sketchbook of Jeffrey Crayon, by New York City's first literary celebrity Washington Irving. Trump pardons disgraced former NY Rep Chris Collins, Blackwater war criminals, targets of Mueller investigation. The next headlines are from Observer.com. The Justice League cartoon had one of the best Christmas episodes ever. Kasamba review, prices, features, horoscopes, and more, real psychics or scam? What the newly passed COVID-19 relief bill means for theater and the visual arts. Wonder Woman 1984 feels like a white feminist exercise. A worrying vaccine study and the COVID-19 mutation shadow rollout. The best new movies and TV to watch Christmas weekend. Video games will soon be Hollywood's next great IP war. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4 mag strikes near Maria Antonia in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, 4 mag was detected near Maria Antonia in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake, 3.59 mag has occurred near Maria Antonia in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag has occurred near Fiji region. Minor earthquake, 3.98 mag strikes near Maria Antonia in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake, and 3.9 quake has struck near Maria Antonia in Puerto Rico. Minor earthquake, 3.1 mag strikes near Gunica in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake 4.9 mag, 61 kilometers east of Sarupathur, India. Minor earthquake, and 3.63 quake has struck near Maria Antonia in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, 4.1 mag has occurred near Antofagasta in Chile. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. 10 defining moments for women in 2020. Food culture in spotlight on UNESCO heritage list. 2020, a yet more devastating year closes with at least some signs of hope. We might have a COVID-21 or COVID-22 coming our way. Indigenous leaders want traditional knowledge to be centerpiece of new global biodiversity framework. The world in 2021. Why transforming our food systems is a feminist issue. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. 54 million Americans, including 18 million kids, to lack access to sufficient food by year's end. Tyrannical contagion, France eyes banning anti-vaxxers from public transportation. U.S. Navy patent describes EM drive for flying triangle craft. Viagra smuggling scandal hits federal air marshals. NYC orders sheriffs to track down travelers defying quarantine order, hospitalizations hit new high. We say no to mugshots at airports and borders. Our phantom middle class. Deficit walk Joe Biden sabotage pandemic relief efforts. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Kushner pardon revives loathsome tale of tax evasion, sex. Sorry, there were no animals in the Bible's nativity scene. What history really tells us about the birth of Jesus? Did members of Congress each make $100K while debating $600 stimulus checks? Trump pardons former campaign chairman Paul Manafort. Pardons in killings of Iraqi civilians stir angry response. Did Franklin Graham call on Pete Buttigieg to repent for being gay? Did Trump commute Bernie Madoff's prison sentence? With a video filmed in secret, Trump keeps sowing chaos. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Purdue shaky claim of a non-existent investigation. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and baby Archie released their Christmas card. Lululemon's engineered warmth jogger is the capable and cozy hug your legs need this winter. Celebrate the end of the year with a classic rum cocktail. The best and worst of 2020 in quarantine-themed movies, TV shows, comedy, and more. Another blow for QAnon's vote announces a Christmas shutdown. Trump has put LGBTQ rights in peril. Can Joe Biden save them? The Arizona ER nurse watching COVID-denying Pauls get the vaccine first. Russia's new COVID-19 problem, convincing people to take its vaccine. Annette beating on what her transgender son taught her in the ghastly GOP. Is this tiny island really the lost home of the Aztecs? The next headlines are from the New York Post. College football bowl betting guide, Texas, Oklahoma among best bets. Moderna confident COVID-19 vaccine will work against new strain. Dr. Fauci's wife surprises him with Zoom party for his 80th birthday. Senator Loeffler to weigh $2,000 payments if it repurposes wasteful spending. Margaret Josephs wants Caroline Manzo back on RHONJ despite Teresa drama. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Get ready for Starmus VI. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. More than 19,000 Americans have died from COVID-19 in 1 week period. Dr. John Lapik shares his experience getting the COVID vaccine. U.S. sees deadliest week of pandemic amid record hospitalizations. Inside the $250 to convince Americans COVID vaccines are safe. Doctor on recognizing signs of depression as holidays arrive amid pandemic. South Africa detects new variant of the coronavirus. Hospitals in California struggle to cope with coronavirus surge as vaccine efforts ramp up. Tornadoes could hit some areas as massive winter storm moves east. Powerful storm threatens 90 million and could impact holiday travel. Health advocates promote safety of COVID vaccines despite skepticism. The following headlines are from AlienUFOsightings.com. Video, world's largest wooden Bigfoot sculpture unveiled in South Dakota. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Zoom and gloom, 2020 was the year of virtual meetings and lit drama. How Netflix's Bridgerton series built a world of frothy Regency earth fun through fashion. New Netflix drama Bridgerton is a search to unveil the local gossip columnist. Florida man accused of faking COVID after wife's disappearance charged with her murder. Parents of balloon boy pardoned 11 years after a hoax. Jacksonville mom and daughter, both teachers, die from COVID days apart. Man turns gun on friend at Pennsylvania shooting range, third man steps in and fatally shoots him. Woman threatened Republican Michigan election official after certification delay, feds say. Woman whose son sent out Facebook plea for COVID intensive care unit bed dies of coronavirus. The following headlines are from military.com. First woman to command a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier slated to lead USS Abraham Lincoln. Trump pardon of security contractors sparks outrage in Iraq. Judge, premature to block midshipman's expulsion over tweets. Commissaries increased revenue slightly in 2020 despite pandemic. No, China did not expel a U.S. warship from its territory, Navy says. Air Force watchdog removed for tampering with sexual harassment, discrimination complaints. There may be more military pardons to come from Trump, advocates say. Trump vetoes annual defense policy bill, including military pay raise. COVID-19 cases among U.S. military personnel top 100,000. Coast Guard repatriates 110 Haitians aboard an overloaded boat. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, here's what's happening Thursday with COVID-19 in the Chicago area. Woman, 12-year-old boy killed in hit and run in Gage Park neighborhood, Chicago police say. Daywatch, reopening uncertainty for CPS parents, king of Medicaid fraud freed by Trump and more people staying home for holidays. New year, new reopening plan, and continued uncertainty for CPS parents. Column, Santa Claus is real, a columnist's case for St. Nick. Chicago mariachi sing farewell to fellow players at their wakes and funerals, a ritual to honor one another through a craft that united them. That's it, Moderna vaccine debuts at Lovell Healthcare Center in North Chicago. Whirlwind of emotions, donors give more than $10,000 to pay off students' tuition debt and help others during pandemic at the Dominican University. The spin, Duckworth pushes back on Trump's threat to hold up COVID-19 relief package 2 on Trump clemency list have Chicago ties Pritzker, 100K vaccinated so far in Illinois. Joliet police shoot, kill Naperville man, 19, after he made 911 call, then threatened them with what turned out to be BB gun, authorities say. The following headlines are from phys.org. Controlling the magnetic properties of complex oxide systems. Atomic scale nanowires can now be produced at scale. Scientists create polymers to detect banned substances in wastewater. Fruity Energy, spidery lenses, nature-inspired solutions in 2020. Winter storm in Dakotas, Minnesota make travel frightful. Earthlings and astronauts chat away, via ham radio. Catalyzing ammonia formation at lower temperatures with ruthenium. Evidence for a massive paleo-tsunami at ancient Tel Dor, Israel. Weedy sea dragon genomics reveal highly distinct populations. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, December 24th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. How a Christmas tradition has helped track billions of vanishing birds. Is Carroll, Peru the oldest city in the Americas? A stranded scientist is bitten by a venomous snake and tells the tale. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. We are struggling, a bleak Christmas for America's jobless. An intensive care unit nurse survived an 8-month fight with COVID-19 that nearly killed her multiple times. Don't lose hope. Turkey's central bank raises interest rate to 17%. 20 migrants dead off Tunisia after boat sinks, more missing. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Oakland man arrested in Fairfield following pursuit on I-80. Feds warn of emerging fraud schemes related to COVID-19 vaccines. CHP stepping up enforcement for holiday weekend. Sponsored, got space to fill? Take your time. California man arrested on suspicion of killing girlfriend. He had told police it was a suicide. Bay Area students get Kamala Harris action figures. Former California cop accused of stealing drugs from a suspect's vehicle, driving under the influence. Roommate accused of killing 82-year-old COVID-19 patient at California hospital. California billionaire Bill Gross must stop loud music, stay away from neighbor, judge rules. NFL Week 16 picks, fading 49ers dumped by Arizona hosts, Raiders upset Dolphins. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Child, grandparent stranded in National Forest rescued. New Hampshire trooper injured, driver killed in shooting. Woodshop students build desks for online learners. New Mexico rail runner express route gets new safety system. Texas company opts to settle case over New Mexico fuel spill. Ohio's top stories in 2020, pandemic, protests and politics. COVID-19, recreational marijuana top New Jersey stories. Associated Press poll, top stories of 2020 in Kentucky. The latest, Fulham manager missing EPL game while isolating. The next headlines are from The Intercept. On Christmas, America celebrates the birth of reverse Jesus. Snowden and Assange deserve pardons, so do the whistleblowers Trump imprisoned. I sued Blackwater for the massacre of Iraqi civilians. Trump just pardoned those convicted killers. Investigator, DNC was directly involved in Iowa caucus app development, countering DNC denial. Powerful mobile phone surveillance tool operates in obscurity across the country. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, December 24th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Early mammal with remarkably precise bite. Experiment takes snapshots of light, stops light, uses light to change properties of matter. Chest pain risk assessment may reduce treatment disparities. New research highlights the importance of a forgotten organ in ensuring healthy pregnancies. Triple chemotherapy combination improves metastatic colorectal cancer outcomes. Molecular reporters expose the allies of the brain tumor. Immersive virtual reality boosts the effectiveness of spinal cord stimulation for chronic pain. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. The Mix, Alfreda Burke and Roderick Dixon concert, Silent Night Chicago and more things to check out December 24th to 30th. Ducks hanging on, aerial survey shows, but change is surely coming with the passage of the cold front. A Christmas gift of life for South Suburban heart transplant recipient Lynette Lewis. Small businesses have a new tool to help workers buy health insurance, but it isn't cheap. Dear Abby, I'm mad at my friend for snitching, getting my daughter punished. Bridgerton, Netflix series as scandalous as Scandal, as delicious as Downton Abbey. Bears predictions, Week 16 versus Jaguars. Why 2020 was such a great year for biking in Chicago. 3 shot inside trailer home in Hagerwish, police. 13 shot Wednesday in Chicago. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Blues named Ryan O'Reilly team captain, release schedule for 2021. Video, Chesterfield councilman banned from Best Buy for not wearing mask. Narwhals team to open loaded, elevated nachos in St. Charles early next year. In a country that cannot agree, what happens next? Pelvic floor strong, review the Alex Miller exercise program. Pro-mind complex reviews, scam complaints or pills that work. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Medicore reviews, shocking review reveals weight loss supplement truth, 2021 update. 40 restaurants that opened in Metro Detroit suburbs this year. 32 retro Metro Detroit TV commercials that will make you feel old. Let's watch. Best Penis Extender 2020/2021, customer review, comparison and results. Celeb chef Max Hardy bringing new pizza and wing franchise to Detroit. Michigan Restaurant Association praises COVID-19 relief package. Top 15 plus adult chat websites you can try for free, chat sites like Omegle for online chat. Iran incited violence against Whitmer, other officials on Enemies of the People website, FBI says. Tlaib revives call for $2,000 stimulus checks after Trump complains $600 payments are ridiculously low. Savage Love, live stream 2. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, December 24th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Best TV shows of 2020. Upcoming Houston food events, kick the new year off with brunch. New book is one-stop shopping on the life and loss of John Lennon. College football botches its golden playoff opportunity. Best virtual bets, British Arrows, Henry V, and more holiday fun. 12 days of favorite Houston food and drink experiences in 2020, Part 12, Restaurants. Hearts of Animals wishes you a disaffected Christmas. Hidalgo begs Harris County residents to stay home for holidays and says curfew is still last resort. NBA postpones Rockets opener tonight due to COVID-19. Rockets open season, 6 thoughts. The next headlines are about world records making news. UAE-based 12-year-old Indian sets world record for identifying most airplane tails, NDTV. Danish Svig Sefrensen sets new Guinness World Record for dynamic apnea at sea in Mexico, sporthalsib.net. SSC to Atara's world record top speed rerun foiled by engine issue, Yahoo Eurosport UK. San Diego residents set Guinness World Records in 2020 patch.com. Bay Area residents break Guinness World Record in 2020 patch.com. LA County residents win Guinness World Records in 2020 patch.com. Coronado resident sets Guinness World Record in 2020 patch.com. Christmas trivia, the 12 best Christmas world records, Express. Maharashtra boy sets Guinness World Record in table tennis, Economic Times. 21 pilots wins Guinness World Record for longest music video, Digital Music News. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Google reportedly told AI scientists to strike a positive tone in research. Car service Nero cleared for driverless deliveries in California. Consider this, wait and mash all the holidays into one. Apple reportedly booting thousands of video games from its China App Store. Taste brings a Cards Against Humanity style edge to dating apps. AirPods, MacBooks, and iPads. Oh my, today's best Apple deals. Stop using calorie counting apps. Charlie Sheen, Dolph Lundgren, and Danny Trejo all spread Russian propaganda on Cameo, report. Jerk is gonna win an Emmy or an Oscar or something for Apple TV Plus, for sure. Patients are paying more out of pocket for MRIs and other brain health exams. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Gingin Arrow in Australia at 109.04 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.8 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ojmjikin in Russia at minus 68.8 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 56 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Google develops an AI that can learn both chess and Pac-Man. 2020's 20 most read stories on Ars Technica. Trump vetoes $740 billion defense bill, citing failure to terminate Section 230. Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR, a turbulent start for wide open skies. Trump admin agrees to pay Pfizer $1.95 billion for 100 more vaccine doses. Musk says Apple passed on Tesla acquisition 3 years ago. Samsung's Galaxy S21 Ultra hits the FCC, confirms S Pen and Wi-Fi 6E support. For Biden administration, Fauci's in, but Birx is not. Rocket report, SM-9 rolls to the launch pad, SLS wet dress test ends early. The omnibus bill was packed with energy and environment policy. Next, announcements from the World Health Organization. Mobilizing youth to NTB. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Mob boss Trump has transformed pardons into a naked vehicle for patronage, columnist. The coup and the grift, understanding Trump's evil endgame. Trump's pardon of Manafort and Stone puts them in new legal jeopardy, Mueller prosecutor. Wonder Woman 1984, moment of truth for pandemic-torn Hollywood. 1 million vaccinated as U.S. eyes return to normal next summer. Fukushima nuclear debris removal delayed by virus. World readies for lockdown Christmas. He's coming unhinged. GOP aide unloads on Trump for throwing COVID relief into chaos. Trump has turned the sleaze factor up to 11 with pardon of scum associated with him. Morning Joe. More than 2,900 healthcare workers died this year, and the government barely kept track. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Heroes of 2020, Jacques Pins eggs. Giving away billions of dollars is hard work, just ask Mackenzie Scott. Heroes of 2020, WikiHow. After an extremely preventable death of a temporary worker, experts worry about FedEx's safety practices. With his pardons of Stone and Manafort, Trump completes his cover-up. Margaret Hunter gets her pardon. Los Angeles new district attorney eliminated cash bail. Judges and prosecutors are pushing back. Trump vetoes defense bill day after pardoning war criminals. Trump is pardoning his friends while ignoring pleas from death row. Lunchtime photo. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Giant Bigfoot statue appears in South Dakota 929min.com. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Researchers find mechanism underlying plasticity in adult brains, newsmedical.net. People with bionic hands cannot fix their sense of touch, Forbes. New results challenge prevailing dogma regarding brain plasticity following limb loss, newsmedical.net. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Exosomes act as messengers and decoys to save healthy cells from viral infection, massive science. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, December 24th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Key figures in Tom DeLonge's UFO organization jumping ship. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, December 24th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.